Hey guys, my name is Rebecca Warfield, and I am your English 110 teacher for fall 2013. I'm just making this video for you guys to go over a few points on the syllabus so you have a heads up of the expectations for the class. My policies tend to be a little strict, and I want you to know what you're getting into before you come to class tomorrow. I think all of you can handle it, but sometimes students want a class that's a little more relaxed, and that's okay. It's just good to know now. So getting right into the syllabus, you can find this on Blackboard. It'll be up there all semester long, and I will go over the syllabus in its entirety tomorrow morning when I meet you guys, but this is just a good heads up. So on Blackboard, you can follow along under the syllabus document. Again, I'm Rebecca Warfield. My office is in Morton 105B. It's kind of hard to find, but if you're in Morton Hall and you enter through the door by the clock tower, it's in the same hallway as the student restrooms. In hallway 105 in the second office on the right. My office hours this semester are going to be Thursdays from 11 to 2. If you need to meet with me and you can't come during those hours, that's okay. I am on campus Monday through Friday this semester. The only guaranteed time I'll be in my office is Thursdays 11 to 2, but I can certainly find time to meet with you another time also. Further, I can also meet with you on Skype or Gmail. Both Skype and Gmail usernames are the same. It is rebecca.warfield1. I will be logged on to Skype and Gmail when I'm in my office. So if I'm online and you have a question, you log on and I'm there, just go ahead and call in. If you want to meet with me one of these two ways and I'm not online, you need to contact me and set up a time for us to meet that way. And of course, you can always email me at warfieldr@uncw.edu. So getting right into this, our course web address is Blackboard. You're going to need two books, Literature and Its Writers, and then the memoir Wild, which, hang on one second, I'll show you what they look like. I'm a liar. I'm going to show you tomorrow what they look like because I can't remember where I put them right now. But anyways, you do need those two books, and you will need Literature and Its Writers right away. We'll start right into that book next week. Wild, though, you won't need until it's going to be towards the end of the semester is when we're going to read Wild. So you have some time, but I will tell you that Wild is a full-length book. So you're going to want to start it before we actually begin talking about it. So I would say you should have it at least by midterm time. And that's your general midterm time, not my midterm time, because my midterms are kind of like 3/4 of the way terms. I do them kind of late. So halfway through the semester, I suggest you get Wild and start reading it. You're also going to need internet access, UNCW email, a Blackboard, and a WordPress account too. And I will talk to you about the WordPress account probably tomorrow if I have time. If not tomorrow, then Monday for sure. But you'll need one of those. I'm not going to go over the full course description with you right now. We can talk about that and the course goals in class tomorrow. I'm going to try and just cover the main points because you don't want to watch a 30-minute video of me talking. I'm certain of that. Page 2, cell phone and electronics policy. Make sure your phones are turned off before you come to class. I don't want to hear it ring at all in class. And that also means not leaving it on vibrate either, because when your phone vibrates on top of like a pound of quarters in your bag, that's even louder than it would be if it just went off in the first place with your ringtone. So make sure your phone is turned off. Better yet, don't even bring it to class. I have a phone. I keep it right here in my office, but I don't take it to class with me. So you could leave your phone in your car, or you could leave it in your house, or wherever you want to keep your phone. But if you decide to bring it to class, it needs to be turned off. Also, do not text in my class either. It is extremely rude to text in class. It is a community space, and when you're texting, that means you're ignoring everyone else in that space. Imagine if you asked me a question, and instead of listening to you, I just sat here like this. I started texting. You would be all over the internet telling everybody how rude I am, how I don't care about my students, how I, had the audacity to text when you were asking me a question. Well, I feel the same way when you're texting in my class. If I'm not talking, that means one of your classmates is talking. That means you're ignoring us, and that is extremely rude. Do not text in class. If your cell phone rings, if it vibrates, or if I catch you texting, you'll be marked absent for the day. No exceptions, no excuses. That really sucks because I only allow 3 absences. On the 4th absence, you failed the class. So because there is only 3 days that you can miss, or excuse me, there are only 3 days you can miss, you want to make sure you miss those days because you really have to, not because you got caught texting or because your phone rang in class. So 3 days, on the fourth you fail. Along the same lines, 2 tardies is an absence. The way I work tardies is if I have finished roll and you come to class, you're tardy. If I'm still taking roll, or if I haven't even started to take roll yet, you're not tardy. So just make sure you're there on time every day. Also, being physically present does not constitute satisfactory attendance. You don't just have to be in class, you actually have to be active, an engaged learner. If we're having discussion, you need to discuss. If you're in a small group, you need to work. If you're doing independent work, you need to do it. If you are being lazy, if you're talking all the time, if you're interrupting people, if you're just kind of sitting there doing nothing, in the back of the room, I will mark you absent for the day. Moving on, contacting me. Of course, I said before, you got Skype, Gmail, all that stuff, face-to-face, whatever. If you decide to contact me via email, that's fine. I'm not expecting your emails to be overly long and sophisticated, but I am expecting them to be professional. That means you need 3 things. 1, a salutation, which is where you address your reader, which if you're emailing me, that would be me. So you could say, "Dear Miss Warfield," or "Hi, Miss Warfield," or "Hey, Miss Warfield," or just "Miss Warfield." Something to just show that you are writing to me. Then the body of your email, which is you just write whatever it is you need. Tell me what you need to tell me. Ask the questions that you have. And then a closing. And that's where you put sincerely your name, or thank you your name, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to even have sincerely. It could just be your name. I sign my emails RW. So that's fine. But you have to have a salutation, a body, and a closing. I will remind you one time to use those 3 parts if you forget. And then after you resend it, I'll respond. After that, if you forget again, I will not respond to your email no matter what it is. This is good practice for the professional world, and it's just a good habit to get into. So make sure that you're using those 3 parts of the email. Also, no e-speak, no text, grammar, all that stuff. Use proper writing conventions. Typos happen. I totally understand. I make typos all the time. It's really easy to make a typo when you're just, typing away quickly. Go back and quickly proofread. I mean, it's okay. I understand those sorts of things, but I am looking for a professional email. Course requirements, you have 2 full essays. One will be earlier in the semester, and then another will count as your final exam. And then in the middle of the semester, 3/4 of the way, I don't always do my midterms right in the middle, you will have 1 exam. You will have response papers. You will have a discussion board assignment, blogs, and contribution. So this is a writing intensive course. So if you are planning on not doing much writing, this is not the class for you. This is a literature class, which means you have to read, right? You have to come to class and have read every single day. If you're not able to carry conversation, I will mark you absent. But also, if you don't read, you can't write a good paper. You can't write good blogs. And you can't carry good discussions on the discussion board. So reading is not only essential for class, it's also essential for all of these assignments. So it's in your best interest to make sure you will read every day. You do not have to have a literature class to graduate. So if you do not want to do the reading, you probably should take something other than literature. Because, that's what we do in literary studies. We read. So once you've done your reading and you get all your work done, you will have to submit it to me electronically. I do not take any late work for any reason at all. So if your computer breaks, then you need to go to the computer lab in the library, or in Bear, or in Morton, or in the Watson School of Education, or any other of the 1,000 computer labs that are on campus to submit your work, because I will not take late work, and I do not take technology as an excuse. I won't even take it if you're sick, because you've had plenty of time. You'll see how the calendar works. You'll have plenty of time to get your work done. Then if you do have an emergency and you can't get your work into me, you need to let me know right away. Do not wait until a week after the emergency. Don't wait till you come back to class. I need to know immediately. Even if you just send me a quick email and say, "My arm just fell off, I'll get back to you as soon as I sew back on," or whatever, something like that. So make sure you are keeping in contact with me in case of an emergency. Otherwise, I can't take any late work. I will go through the breakdown of each of the assignments on separate prompts, and we'll talk about them in class. So I'm going to skip that for now. We can talk a little bit more about those tomorrow. Sorry, my days are a little mixed up. Tomorrow. So moving into some other stuff here, extra credit. If I decide to offer you extra credit, you can only have 10 points of extra credit, even if I offer more than 10 points worth. So let's say I offer I don't know, 4 extra credit assignments at 5 points apiece. That means you can only do 2, because you can only get 10 points. And that is if I decide to offer extra credit. I don't always offer extra credit. If you're a good class and you're working hard, there is a likelihood that I will. But I don't reward a lazy class with opportunities for more points. So it is in your best interest to work hard, because then I actually will give you some more extra credit opportunities. So please keep that in mind. Also, please don't beg me for extra credit opportunities. I decide when and if we will have any extra credit. Begging someone for free points is it's the same thing as begging for money, right? I want $5. I want $5 right now, actually. So I need to find a way to get $5. And rather than asking someone for it, because that's not going to work, I need to do something for it, right? So I have a job. And right now your job is to go to school, and your compensation is a grade. And so you don't get to beg me for more points. You just have to do the work. Formatting for your assignments. Every assignment that you turn into me that is a written assignment has to be an MLA format. If it is not, you will receive a 0 on the assignment. And don't let that freak you out too much. I will teach you MLA format. Now, once I teach it to you, it's up to you to actually follow through with those directions and do it. But I do require you to use MLA format. And that also includes sending your paper in proper electronic format, which needs to be a .doc or a .docx on Microsoft Word. If it is not Microsoft Word, I can't even grade it, because I grade everything on the computer and email it back to you. So it needs to be in those formats. Further, for turnaround time, I will do my very best to get your papers back to you as soon as I can. But I have 5 classes this semester, and that's roughly about 125 students. So it's really hard for me to get work back to you right away. So I promise you, I will not have them back within a day. And I will try to have them back within a week or 2. But what I can guarantee you is that they will be back before your next assignment's due that you need them. I'm only teaching 1 literature class. The rest of my courses are all composition. And I have TAs for those. So hopefully that'll help buffer some of that a little bit, but I will do my very best. So I ask you not to beg me for your papers. I promise you I will have them back to you as soon as I possibly can. I know most of you probably haven't taught before, but grading papers can take a really long time, especially if you want good feedback. If you want me to slap a grade on there just randomly, that doesn't take long, but I want to give you good feedback so you can keep learning through your own writing. So I do thank you for your patience with that. The last thing on here will be academic honesty. And you'll see this on the second to last and onto the last page of your syllabus. You know that cheating is against the rules. I was just at convocation the other day, and I saw all the freshmen swear in to the Academic Honor Code. And I know not all of you are freshmen, but if you're not a freshman, you already swore into the Academic Honor Code when you went through your own convocation. So I know that you know not to cheat. And in case you don't know, I'll tell you right now, buying a paper off the internet is cheating. Copying and pasting from any source, whether it's electronic or in print, is cheating. Recycling your work from a different course is cheating. Having someone else write your paper for you is cheating. It is plagiarism and it is against the rules. If I catch you cheating, you will not only fail the paper or the assignment, you will fail the entire course, and I will report you to the dean. There are no exceptions. I don't ask for apologies, nothing. You two can just go ahead and fail the course and not come back to class. I've been doing this for almost 10 years. I know all the tricks. If you're having a hard time meeting a deadline, or you don't know what to write about or something, your best bet is to come and talk to me rather than cheat, because then I can help you. I will not help you if you cheat. In fact, all I'm going to do is just make sure that you don't ever get back into one of my classes again. So please do not cheat. One thing that I forgot to mention earlier when I was talking about the assignments, I like to cover this beforehand. Word on the street is I'm a hard grader, and I think to some extent that's true. But I also think that you'll find that I grade very fairly. If you put in effort, you will get a good grade. If you don't put in effort, you probably won't get a good grade. I don't do grade inflation. I don't do curves. You get the grade that you earn. If you are expecting to come to this class and not read and BS your way through papers, you are not going to do well. This is not going to be an easy course. It's not going to be miserable. But if you are taking this because it's intro to literature, this isn't just an intro course that you can slide through. You have to read, you have to write, you have to work. We're going to read some heavy stuff. I mean, we're starting with, Shakespeare. We're doing all sorts of stuff like that. This is not a cake course. So if you're looking for an easy A, this is not the class for you. Also, I understand that all of you are very, very bright students, and many of you came from AP English courses. But just because you got an A in AP English, or just because you got an A in all of your high school English classes or in English 101, does not mean that you'll have an A in this course. It is a different class, and if you were in AP English, you're not in high school anymore. You know, the bar has been raised. You're in college, and you're expected to work at a college level. So don't compare this course to past courses that you've had, because it's a separate entity. It's at a higher level than high school. And, you know, I have academic freedom, and I have chosen to set the bar high because I want you to learn. I've always said that literature changed my life, and I'm through reading it and writing about it and working hard. I do believe, and I hope it does change yours too. So keep that in mind. If you're not willing to work, this isn't the class for you. But outside of that, I think we can have a good time. I try to make literature as fun as possible. We'll read some interesting things. You will be required to carry discussion. Literature classes are all discussion based. So if you don't like to talk in front of people, if you don't like to carry conversation, either you need to figure out how to like it or not take this course. But in the process of that, I usually have really great conversations and a really good time with them. And I think we can have a lot of, I think we can have a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to this. I will see all of you in the morning. Right now it's 3:37. So I will see you in less than 24 hours. Have a great day.